So I'm Warren. I'm a motivational speaker, but in fact, I go more than being a motivational speaker. I like to see myself as a mind mechanic. I help people to recondition their mindset so that they can live life on their terms. I'd say my biggest message as a motivational speaker is that who I am speaks louder than what I say. So for the last 979 days, I've been consistently obsessed with adding value to people's lives, developing myself so that I can give more. And what I've been doing is just growing as a person and just becoming the best I can be as a speaker, trying to empower as many people as possible. Defining who you are, developing your own perception on this world, and knowing your true worth. That's the message that I want to send out, is that just proving you exist. Not being complacent, not being a number, but really leaving a legacy, finding out what your gift is and working on it. That's the biggest message that I can send out to people, is just prove you exist. How do I find the courage to speak out in front of so many people? Go back 3 years ago, I used to be really shy and really timid. I cared so much what people thought about me. And something hit me. And this thing hit me when I was in my darkest days, when I was going through depression. The things that I cared about wasn't the priorities in my life. I kind of put it on a scale. I put death on one side, and I put the fear of being judged or criticism on the other side. This side didn't even tip, didn't even touch, didn't even budge the scales. Then I realized that that's it. It's something in my head just switched. I'm not here to impress anyone. I'm here to express who I am. So when I go on that stage and I'm talking in front of hundreds of people, I'm expressing who I am. And by doing that, I'm realizing that I've got bigger fish to fry. We got to deal with death in itself. So that's such a bigger topic than the fear of being judged or trying to fit in when you were born to stand out. Becoming comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. So how I overcome that fear of being criticized, what I did was I put myself outside of my comfort zone. In fact, I went to a restaurant and I started singing. I sung, "Strumming my pain with his finger." People looked at me as if I was crazy. Couldn't tell you how painful it felt. But then I realized the more that I did it, I then become comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. Changed the whole perception on fear of being judged. I erased that fear. Now I can talk in front of thousands of people, but just expressing who I am, not trying to impress anyone. And when you do that, you can become you, and you can just say what you want to say. When you're nervous about talking in front of a large group of people, I think in our minds we want to be liked, and we want everyone to understand our message and to love what we have to say. But then in real life, people are not going to always like what you have to say. So my philosophy now is that if I can motivate just one person out of 1,000, I've done what I had to do. That's what gives me the courage to perform in front of X amount of people. I've lost that fear of being judged, and I'm expressing who I am. The reason why I wanted to become a motivational speaker is because I wanted to add value to people's lives. I wanted people to realize and to understand who they really were. At the time when I first became a motivational speaker, I was in my darkest days. I was in a place where I was clinically depressed, and I just wanted to end it all. I wanted to end my life because I couldn't see a way out. So I had two options. One was to take antidepressants, or two was to find the root cause of this depression. What was making me think and feel the way I was feeling? And soon as I realized that I could share my story to empower other people, that made me want to live on, get up every single morning with purpose. I think it was helping people that helped me to overcome the struggles and obstacles that I was facing at the time. It gave me purpose to get up in the morning. And ever since the first person that said, you know what, Warren, you've motivated me, Warren, you've helped me to change my perception on life, that meant the world to me. And that made me realize that if I could motivate one person, I can motivate thousands. And those thousands can motivate more people. And that was it. I just wanted to have that snowball effect. And the thing is, I count my days. So it's been 979 days purely because I value life differently, time differently. I'm making the most of every single day so that I can add value into people's lives and make my life mean something. Because I don't want to go out of this life and not to leave a footprint or not to leave a legacy. So I'm making the most of every single day. So this motivational journey of mine is something that I don't take for granted, and I make the most of it, and I gain all this knowledge and I'm passing it on. Yeah, so that's my journey as a motivational speaker so far. The most what was the question again? The most rewarding thing that I've heard from a motivational talk that I've done so far was from a girl called Sarah, actually. I remember her name. And this talk, I was nervous, okay, but I wanted to just express myself, get my story out there and see if I could just help someone. People left little notes and I'll never forget it. This note was from a girl called Sarah, and I still have it on my phone at the moment. This message, it said to me, was like, she said to me, I wasn't gonna come today, but something inside of me told me to come. And right now I'm so happy that I did come, because now I know that I have someone who understands what I'm going through. And what I found out was with this Sarah was an orphan, and she was from Africa, and she's gone through seeing her mother die. And that to me just hit me that, wow, I can relate to someone who's gone through so much trauma. It just sticks in my head, so that gave me the motivation, that gave me the belief. If I could just motivate one person, that I could do this to billions of people. It's something that I would never, ever forget. And it still hits my heart now, just knowing that, just sharing my story or helping people understand that pain isn't to break you, that pain is there to make who you are. And those scars, you carry them with pride. I think that's the most rewarding thing that's hit me so far. That message really, really, really hit me. Pain. With pain, there's two ways about it. You can let it make you, or you can let it break you. I think what gets me up every morning is understanding that I want to give my children a life I never had. I want to give them everything that I never had. So in order for me to do that, I've got to do the things that the masses, that the people that I grew up around are not doing. I knew that where I once come from doesn't have to be where I ended up. And the reason why I'm talking with so much passion at the moment is because it's my pain. It's just that I use this pain as fuel. This pain creates a why for me. This why is to leave a legacy. This why is to give my family a life that I never had. So when you use that for you, it then becomes emotional motivation. This motivation is the strongest form of motivation, so which it gets you through. For example, it's like if your family was in a house and it was on fire, that desire, that motivation to go and rescue them. This is what emotional motivation is, and that's the same motivation that I have with completing my task in life, my purpose in life. The reason why I get up every single day before my alarm clock, because I'm hungry for success. It's about using what you've been through, using those scars, using that pain to say, do you know what, you can't hurt me more than I've been hurt already. And when you do that, no war, no obstacle can stop you. The best advice I could give to someone who wants to become a motivational speaker is to not take no for an answer. People will doubt you. People will tell you that you're not good enough. Even your family. It's because obviously your mum wants the best for you, your dad wants the best for you. They want you to get a nice, safe, secure job. Because obviously motivational speaking or following your dreams in that aspect is a risky thing to do, because you could lose everything. But I think once you have that vision, you have to understand that no one else can see it apart from you, because it's your dream, it's your vision. To understand that you didn't walk in a day, you failed your way to success. You fell over more times to do any task in your adult life. So if you've done that at the age of 2, then there's nothing stopping you from achieving anything. But you've got to fail your way to success. You've got to become comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. You've got to express who you are and not try to impress people. And you've got to give, okay? You've got to give because it's in your heart and not because you want to return. So if motivational speaking is for you, you must have a pure love for people. You must have an obsession to add value to people's lives and to use your past, use that pain, use those scars to fuel you, because that will make an amazing story which will engage your audience. Because once you relate to your audience, they're engaged to what you have to say. Most people don't tell their stories, but once you tell your story, you can become an amazing motivational speaker. So once you convince yourself, convincing others then becomes easy. It's having that belief in yourself, knowing that it's possible, knowing the fact that you don't have to see it in order for you to achieve it. And people are going to doubt you, you're going to get haters. These are all signs that you're on the right path. And remember this is very important. People will only want to tackle you when you've got the ball. People will only want to tackle you when you have that ball. Know your worth and make it happen. Every day, every hour, I'm on social media, okay? So my Facebook is Warren Inspire Ryan. My Twitter is Warren Ryan 22. I have Instagram too, which is Warren Ryan 22 as well. But my website is warreninspireryan.com. And I love mentoring people. I love reaching out with positive, like-minded people. So don't be afraid, don't be intimidated to approach me, because I'm here to help. And you could help me too. So let's network, let's make it happen. I'm Warren Ryan. I'm Warren Inspire Ryan. This is London Empire. I'm signing out.